Do you want to play rough? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another video. It's going to be short. I want to say something that I experienced last night. Well, as some of my family know, that I do grocery shopping at 2 o'clock in the morning in Walmart. So I went last night and I'm doing my shopping. And this lady, white female, was in front of me. She was looking through her pocketbook. And, I'm looking at I was looking at the tuna fish. And when I finished picking up my can of tuna, I kept going. Out of suddenly, I saw a $50 bill on the floor. A $50 bill. So I pick it up and I go after the woman. And the woman tells me, she told me that she was searching in her pocketbook because that's the money she was going to pay the groceries with. So when she said that, she noticed that the money was not in her pocketbook and she was going to leave her cart with the food. She didn't have no money to pay for her groceries. And as I see her, leaving, I walk up to her and I say, "Excuse me, ma'am, but I think you dropped this." And literally, she broke down in tears. I said, "What's wrong, ma'am?" She's like, "I know I came into to Walmart to buy a couple things I need for my house, and I had a $50 bill, but I couldn't find it. That's why you saw me in the aisle looking through my pocketbook. So when I saw that I couldn't find it, then I didn't have no other choice to leave the car and walk and go back home." So when I said to her, "You dropped this," and I gave her the $50 bill, literally this woman started to cry. I told her, "Ma'am, you don't have to cry. Now you can pay for your groceries." She's like, "I'm not crying about that. I'm crying is that," and this is going to be hard. She's like, "I have friends that are always talking about Spanish people." And I said, "What you guys be talking about?" She said, "Well, I got this one friend that claims that all Spanish people are drug dealers, don't want to work, on welfare." Then I said, "Ma'am, I understand what you're trying to say, but you can't judge a book by its cover." And she said that by me walking up to her, which I could have just put the money in my pocket and walked away. She said by me walking up to her and giving her the $50 bill, and she broke down in tears, and she literally said, I'm sorry. I said, why are you sorry? And she started to tell me that, she hangs around with people that all they do is talk down about African Americans and Latino. I said, ma'am, all race, all race has bad people, has good people. I was raised that if something is not mine, give it to who you saw drop it or leave it alone. So we're talking, and she's like, that's all I had to my name. That was the food that I was gonna buy for the whole month. So we started talking. She asked me for my name. I told her my name's Jose. I live here, just around the corner. And we started to talk nice. We had a nice conversation. And then she said, "You know what? I apologize." I said, "For what?" She said, "I apologize for listening to my friend." And she said, just like you said, you can't judge a book by its cover. You could have easily taken that money and walked away. But you chose to come after me and hand me the $50 that I dropped. I told her, ma'am, my mother always told me, what doesn't belong to me, I don't touch. So we spoke for, a little bit more longer. And she literally said, "Is it okay if I give you a hug?" I said, "Sure." This lady gave me a hug and squeezed me so tight. And she looked at me and said, "God bless you." And I said, "Amen." And she said, "The first thing I'm going to do when I get home, I'm going to call that specific friend of mine and say, you know what? What I went through today, I don't see Hispanic people no more the way you talk about them." She said she was going to tell her everything that happened in the store. She's going to tell her he could have walked away, but no, he came up to me and told me, "Man, you dropped your $50. So the moral to the story is that people are always judging the Hispanic culture, the African Americans. I understand that there is a lot of, Latin people that do harm, that don't work, don't care about nothing, rob people. Just like African Americans. Every race, we have people that don't want to work, just want to steal. And I told her, I'm not that type of person. I was brought up the right way. What is not mine is not mine. And she still was crying. She like, you just don't know that that was the food for the whole month of April. And I asked her, do you need, you know, anything? She said, what? I said, do you need any more, money to pay your groceries? And she's like, no, that's enough because I had made a list and I knew what I was going to buy. I said, ma'am, if you go over, just look for me and I'll pay for it. This lady gave me her phone number. I'm not going to say her name. She said, do me a favor. Call me once in a while. I want to get to know you better. And I told her, ma'am, I know that we all going to be judged. And I showed her my tattoo that says, only God can judge me. I said, why would I put this money in my pocket, which I had the opportunity to do it, but I didn't do it. Because I said to myself, first of all, I was brought up better than this. And then I thought about, you know, maybe that's her, money for the month. And that's what exactly it was. She cried. And like I said, she gave me her phone number. I told her my name. Listen, my name is Jose. She literally took my number, put it on her phone, and she put Jose. And she said, please do me a favor. And once in a while, call me. I want to get to know you better. I said, no problem. So she gave me another hug, and we started to walk away. So that gets me upset because, when Hispanic people do something, we all are being judged by, if one Hispanic do something, we all look wrong in the eyes of the other people. Just like when African American man does something, people will look at the rest of their culture and say, well, they must be the same, they must be killers, robbers, they don't want to work, they don't want to do nothing. So to me, she got a reality check and she opened her eyes. So I'm done with my groceries. So I'm coming to buy. So when I go into the line, she's in front of me. I'm behind her. So, she's putting up everything. And she tells the cashier what had just happened. And she made the cashier cry because the way she was explaining, she started crying, the cashier started crying. And she told the cashier, this young man has opened my eyes. And it's true. We cannot judge anybody, just because of their color of their skin. We cannot judge a book by its cover. So she pays for her food. It comes out to $49.56. She gives the $50, she gives her change. So before she leaves again, she said, can I give you one last hug? I said, sure. So she's hugging me and crying at the same time, and the cashier is crying at the same time. So she walks away and she said, don't forget to call me. I said, I promise I will. So, I'm going to say this. White people, look at Latino people, African American. They look at us like we're trash. They look at us like we're nothing. That all we want to do is live off the government, don't work, steal, rob, and kill. So, and it's messed up. So, I want to say this to all those that have some racist in their blood, before you hate someone, get to know someone. Because like I said, I could have easily picked up that money and put it in my pocket. But no, like I said, my mother raised 7 kids on her own. And she taught us well. We all graduated from high school. 7 kids my mother put through high school, 7 high school diplomas. So, you know, people gotta stop. Stop judging a book by its cover. Because you guys judge us when you guys don't know us. We all bleed the same color, red, and we are all God's children. I know that, in the black community, the Hispanic community, a lot of them are in jail due to the crimes they do. But that doesn't mean that every black people, Hispanic people, we're the same. We're bad. No. No, we're not. The thing is, you know why they judge us, the African American and the Puerto Rican? Because African American people and Puerto Rican people, we are always living together, side by side, across the street, and we grew up together. So, that's why the Hispanics and the blacks, we're like this. We're like this tight. So, and we're the ones that are always being judged. So, this lady, by her seeing what I did, right there, she got a reality check and opened her eyes. So I told her, ma'am, if you hang around people that are feeding you negative stuff and telling you about, the blacks this, Hispanics this, you're going to believe her because you haven't met a Hispanic or a black man. So, why judge us if you don't know us? Well, I'll tell you one thing. That woman got to know me. And like I said, she literally cried since I gave her money until I got to the line. So she gave me 3 hugs and her number. And on her last hug, she's like, wait till I tell my friends what have I experienced. And I told her, you know what? I love you. This world is so messed up because we all judge each other. We all God's children, and like I said before, we all bleed the color red. I told her, surround yourself with people that are positive. Because you never met a Hispanic and you met me, and that opened your eyes. So the moral to the story is, to all those people that judge the Hispanics, the African Americans, get to know one first. Don't just judge us because you see the news and the majority committed crimes are blacks and Hispanics. But we are all not like that. So I felt good that she was able to confront somebody that she feared. You know, I could tell that she feared different race, the blacks and the Puerto Ricans. But by her seeing my actions and going after her and say, "Ma'am, you dropped this," you know, she was woken up. Anyway, I experienced this last night at 2 in the morning, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Don't judge a book by its cover. Get to know one yourself. Don't let other people feed you negative stuff. So that is the video for today. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click on the subscribe, click on the button that will notify you when I got a new video, and click like and make a comment. If you experience something the way I did, please share it with me and make a comment down below. I would like to hear it. So, like I say all the time, we all God's children. People gotta stop judging us. Get to know us. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. May God bless you all. We all God's children. Like always, thank you, and God bless.